Hello everyone, I'm Andre from kidscode. In this video I will show you the basics of kidscode and a few interfaces you will have to work with inside the game. Let's get started. Kidscode is a 3D educational game. As a result, we move along three different axes, X, Y and Z. If you want to know your exact position within the game, simply check the position indicator in the lower right side of the screen. It shows you the coordinates of the block you're currently standing onto. Never get lost in the game, so make sure you use a keyboard and a mouse. It is hard to find your way out simply by using the keyboard, so make sure you have a mouse plugged in before using kidscode. Let's move our character's head by moving the mouse left and right, then up and down. The crosshair at the center of the screen helps you aim better. We're going to use it to point at the blocks we want to interact with. In kidscode, you can point at a block located 10 blocks away. If the block or the object is not in range, then you cannot break it or interact with it. When you point at the block, its full name appears in the lower right side of the screen. That gray box down there is only visible by teachers and users with the map maker privilege. I'll tell you more about privileges in a couple of minutes. To move around, we're going to use the WSAD keys. This can be changed by pressing the escape key and clicking the key binding button. Press W to move forward. Press S to move backwards. Go right by pressing the D key. And press A to go to the left. Take a few minutes to become more familiar with these basic commands, and try to move around while gently pushing on your mouse. You'll see, it is easier to navigate around the world when you combine both the mouse and the keyboard. For instance, this simple exercise would be much harder to complete if I only used my keyboard. So I'm using my mouse at the same time to constantly keep the arrows in the center of my field of view. Let's see how to interact with blocks. To break a block, press the left mouse button. Place a block by selecting it in your inventory and press the right mouse button. Stay close to the blocks you want to break. If you're too far away, you won't be able to interact with them. Some blocks offer an extra level of interaction. These are the interactive blocks. Open up your inventory with the I key, click the interactive tab and select the block you want to use. Let's pick the utility block. To open a special block, right-click on it. Usually there will be a menu popping up with different options to pick from. The same principle applies to any other interactive block. Place them with the right mouse button, then right-click again to bring up their menu. If nothing happens, it's probably because the block has to be combined with another one. For instance, if I right-click on the rail, nothing happens. Nevertheless, I can place a cart on the rails with a right-click and hop in always with the right mouse button. There are many interactive blocks to choose from, each with their own features. You will learn how to use them if you watch video tutorials, if you read online documents, or if you try out our exercises inside any of the educational worlds we made for you. In order to create educational content, there's nothing better than flying, passing through walls, or moving faster. Fly by double tapping fast the space bar. Move faster by pressing the J key. Don't let the walls stop you, press the H key to go through the walls. And finally, go back to ground level by rapidly double tapping the spacebar. Let's see how the inventory works. Press the I key to open it up and left click on any tab, button or block you want to select. Drag and drop a block from your inventory on the bin icon to delete it. You can do this too by holding the Shift key, then left-click on the block to remove it permanently. Get rid of all the blocks by clicking Delete All button. Be careful, because you won't be able to retrieve them afterwards. Look for a specific block in your inventory by opening the Search tab and type in the block's name. For example, if I want to find some clay blocks, I'm simply going to type clay in the search bar. It's as easy as that. Let's end this tutorial with the privilege system. In kidscode, everyone has privileges, but not everybody have the same privileges. These are simply a collection of rights or authorizations which allow some users to do more cool things inside the game, Earlier, I was talking about the ability to fly, to move faster, to go through walls, and so on. Well, these are privileges too. For example, a teacher is granted all privileges from the start. They can break everything, build everywhere, interact with every block, or monitor their students from another computer, and so on. A student, on the other hand, can merely open interactive blocks, place and break blocks, or zoom in. This is possible for them only if they are in an area that allows them to do so. They don't need anything else to complete our exercises. As for users outside of schools, they have all privileges, just like the teachers do. There you go. Now you know the basics of kidscode. You can try out our tutorial map for free. As for me, I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching and see you soon on kidscode.